This time blatant in his push into the back of Haitley.
The referee's been good tonight, Mark. He's been unfussy, he's just got on with the job. He's been very dominant in every decision he's had to make.
Durant with the free kick. He used the hand there. Well, the referee must have seen it. It's a yard or so from him.
I think it hit his hand. I think that's more the thing. But it was right on line with it, the referee. Right on the spot.
Robertson with the throw. Shaping for the long run. In towards Haitley.
That's what I was a little bit disappointed there. With Mark Haitley talking about gambling. A long throw in there. Ian Ferguson at the edge of the box. I'd just like to have seen him gamble on the Haitley header. He must know that there's a 90% chance that Mark's going to get a touch on it, and they've just gambled into the box.
Haitley is 31 now. Been around Europe, of course, in Italy and France. And what he does still very effectively indeed. And unlike a lot of tall strikers, he's got plenty of pace as well with his aggression. I'm poised to be the first to pay tribute to the work Mark Haitley did in their vintage season together last season. Stephen, lovely play. Durant. Just couldn't find where Haitley was running to. Got him off. Love giving chase.
Just lost his bearings, Ian Durant, I think, in that situation. But wonderful skill from Trevor Stephen. Brilliant footwork.
Tricky Trevor.
That's what he was called at Everton in his Everton days. A great feet, Mark.
Durant is a natural talent as well. Just hasn't quite gone for him so far tonight. He won't shirk his responsibility. He's up alongside Haitley, who's beaten in the air by Sanchez this time. Stephen again showing his quality. Another former Everton player, Stuart McCall. Spinning Spanian play. McCall driving on. Haitley wanting it at the far post. Duncan Ferguson! Haitley! And no for the two big men for Rangers, who were launching themselves at McCall's cross when he fancied one of them to score.
Well, it ends up a corner, Martin, but we admire the skill of Stuart McCall. Duncan Ferguson's what, a fraction of an inch away from it. And the defender just gets a touch before Haitley can knock it in.
Durant will take the corner. That was McPherson, perhaps getting in Haitley's way. Duncan Ferguson.
Well, he hasn't scored yet, but he won't come much closer.
Well, the one goal tonight from Dave McPherson, who played in all of the European Cup games, all 10 of them last season. Somewhat off annoyed with the direction of Grigorash's run there. Still 1-0 to Rangers. Very important part of the scoreline from their point of view. Kremenliev. Yankov. He had a spell in Spain last season, just for a few months on loan with Valladolid. Who played in France, as I said earlier. Certainly demand for Bulgarian players. Hristo Stoichkov, perhaps the most famous, with Barcelona. And of course, we've got Boncho Genchev in England with Ipswich. Here's Stevens. Oh, Durant has got time. Probably wasn't told that. Certainly a ball that he could have controlled for himself rather than just help it on.
That's where the instincts fail you, I think. There's a an unnatural striker, if you like. Someone like the missing Alan McCoist, I'm sure, would have just brought that down his chest, and gambled he had a little bit of time.
Vladimir for Markov. Just dispossessed by Haitley. Ian Ferguson wanting someone on the left. There's no one available. Comes down the other flank through Stevens. McCall for Trevor Stephen. Lovely play from Rangers. Haitley is there in the centre. Morgun parries, and it breaks Levski's way in the shape of Setanov. Move had much more polish about it.
Much more. I think that's exactly right. The two best moves that really made this match, Rangers, have been the one that led up to the corner for the goal, and that one there where Trevor Stephen got in behind the Sofia defence.
Vladimir Yankov. Zoltanov coming from left back. Cole struggling to stay with him. Zoltanov with the cross. Butted away by Stephen Presley. Zoltanov still making these winning runs down the left, although he has been limping and had one spell of treatment. Out by McCall. Held up well by Durant. But he didn't really give Ian Ferguson much of a chance with the layoff. Zoltanov getting plenty of the ball. Todorov. Well, it is very well poised, this tie. The second leg in front of what might be a hostile crowd in Sofia in 2 weeks' time. Big stadium, not a very good pitch, we're led to believe. Not been much rain in Bulgaria. Indeed, it was 30 degrees out there last Saturday. But the temperatures here tonight, I must say, it's been pretty chilly. Todorov. Trendafilov not quick enough. Zoltanov with a rather laboured and painful prod at the ball. He's certainly struggling. Might be worth exposing him down this side. Stevens has made a run, but Rangers looking left through Stuart McCall. Now Duncan Ferguson. In early, Stephen has come to a more central position. First wanting to set off and get the glory again. Morgun coming. It drops for Davy McPherson. Haitley! 2-0. And Mark Haitley makes this one count.
Well, it's the inability of the goalkeeper again to deal with the ball in the air. But it's all down to Dave McPherson. You talked about his enterprise in the first half, Martin. He shows it again there. He played the ball, made the run forward. Morgun couldn't deal with it, and look at the lovely little stand-up from David McPherson, and that's what Mark Haitley's all about. This isn't an easy header, it really isn't. He's backing off it, going away from the goal. He has to put the power in it himself, and he controls the header very well indeed.
Well, a moment ago, he was trying to control the crowd as well. A la Gascoigne with a bit of cheerleading. His 5th goal this season, it makes him the top scorer now. He was level with Ian Ferguson on 4. Well, Dave McPherson has scored one and made one. And he is a centre-back. A very progressive one. Rangers once let him go. He grew in stature with Hearts. Was brought back to Ibrox for last season. Vladimir. Referee has a great dismissive gesture when players fall and expect free kicks. He is a figure of real authority. Kim Milton, he is happy to be called Kim Milton Nielsen, his full name. Zoltanov. Yankov. Durant run astray to Fernandez. Cross from Markov. Toronov. 2-0. It's an ideal position for Rangers, both in the attacking sense to have the two-goal cushion and the defensive sense that nothing's been given away in terms of an away goal for Levski Sofia. Some pretty build-up play from the Bulgarians. Nothing really concrete around Ali Maxwell's goal.
No real cutting edge has been there, has there, at all, Martin? They haven't done badly up to about 18-20 yards, but everything's just sort of died a death really up there.
McCall. Wonder whether he'll be able to last the full 90 minutes. Done just what you'd expect. Defied the medical men. Jeff. See what Levski would be like if you allowed them time to play. They're very good technically. They just don't have that good old-fashioned ingredient, Scottish aggression. Bodimirov thought about the shot, just given time. Ian Ferguson. Poor Ian Durant, nothing he can do at the moment is working for him. Bodimirov with the shot, and it was an awkward one in the end, dipping. Maxwell had to get it up and over.
Just telling his defenders there to squeeze the ball quicker. I think he felt that Bodimirov had a little bit more time than he deserved, and you see how wickedly that ball was dipping. He did the right thing for me. I'm not sure about collecting it cleanly and pushing away.
Going to the near post, trying to flick it on. Oh, Grigorash had quite a bit to aim at, it seemed, and Maxwell wants more protection again.
Well, he's right to be asking questions. This is a poor corner, look right along the ground. But look at the space that Grigorash finds.
Stephen for Haitley.
Really would be criminal, Martin, for Rangers having not been at their best, in my opinion, but gotten a two-goal lead. If they were to concede one now. But let's have a look at Dave McPherson. There he is there, number 5. He's knocked it off to Stuart McCall, and he's made the run forward. And by doing that, he's got himself into that position. There he is, completely free in the penalty area. Had he not shown that little bit of enterprise there, the move would have just died out. And Rangers end up with a second goal because of it.
Mark Haitley scored it. Davy McPherson has taken up the cudgels for Rangers tonight. Sending the message from the bench. Awkward for Rangers now, 2-0, good position. But there's plenty of time and plenty of appetite, particularly from the crowd, to guide them on to do more. The risk is, of course, if they do it at the expense of something going wrong at the back.
Yeah, I think they don't need to take chances now, do they? They don't need to risk conceding anything. They can just keep playing away, happy with a two-goal lead, and if another one comes, that's great. If it doesn't, we'll take 2-0. We won't take 2-1 trying to push for a third.
Play with their heads as well as their hearts.
I think they learned that last year as well.
Durant. Levski lacking for a moment. Stevens with the cross, Muldoon thinking about coming for it, thinking better of it, and then in danger of being left stranded by the power of Duncan Ferguson's header. It was off target in the end, as you saw.
That's the tactic they were looking for. Gary Stevens to get forward, look for the diagonal ball, and Duncan Ferguson to be attacking it from wide, which is exactly what he does. But can't just guide it across the face of the goal.
This This weekend on Sky Sports, there's a sensational football double bill. Arsenal visit Manchester United for Ford Super Sunday in what promises to be the game of the season so far.
How does he do it? How does he do it?
The crazy gang of Wimbledon are all trying their hardest to get on the score sheet this season, and Brian Horton's Manchester City will have their hands full at Selhurst Park on Ford Monday Night Football. Man United Arsenal and Wimbledon Man City exclusively live on Sky Sports.
Sun comes up, the day begins, and it won't be long till we're drinking in.
Gillette introduces the perfect way to start your shave. Gillette Series Shaving Gel. Advanced lubricants, easier razor glide, an incredibly smooth shave. There's no better gel than Gillette Series Gel.
Gillette, the best of man can get.
I'm starving.
How did it go?
3-0.
Who to?
Smells good. What is it? A tasty blend of vegetables and cheese in a crisp crumb.
Who won?
Veg with veg. I get more food licking a stamp.
Vegetable quarter pounders from Country Club Cuisine. Vegetables you can make a man-sized meal of.
So, do I have to beat it down of you?
What? Oh yeah, the food's great.
I do enjoy these little chats.
Only the tastiest vegetables pass the bird's eye.
The best thing about knickknacks is they look like...
No, the best thing is the flavour. It hits you like...
No, because they look like...
Knickknacks, they look, but they taste.
Labradors are very, very hearty eaters, and they need a good hearty meal.
Top breeder Glenda Crook recommends Pedigree Chum Select Cuts.
It looks really appetizing. It's full of big, meaty chunks, covered in a lovely gravy, which is vitamin enriched. They really get the teeth into it, and they wolf it down. It looks good, it smells good, and they just love it. They're full of energy, and they look really great on it. I think it's the best meaty food for my dogs.
Pedigree Chum Select Cuts. Top breeders recommend it.
When you worked for the firm, no lawyer has ever left your law firm alive. You're theirs.
Get out of there. They know. Get out.
For life. The firm.
Throughout the day, your clothes pick up all sorts of dirt and odors. Ordinary big bottle liquids only get out ordinary dirt and can fade colors. New Radion Color has a bleach-free cleaning system that tackles tough stains and odors without fading colors, giving a fresh, bright clean. Get more out. Put New Radion Color in.
What in the world is Nickelodeon? Nick is Kids, an entire TV channel dedicated to kids, with no boring documentaries but real-life action game shows. No boring party political broadcasts but guts, real competition. Forget the foreign films, it's like nothing you've ever seen before. And Nickelodeon's on Sky and Cable. Want to know more? Just call your local cable operator. Nickelodeon every day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m, 7 days a week.
Welcome aboard.
I used to spend my time waiting for the big one, the one they call the real McCoy.
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Then it came along, this one in a million. Give me what I most enjoy.
On Sky One, it's so fine, it really blows my mind. A revelation, inspirational scene. This is not just number one, it's simply sensational.
Sensational. Paradise Beach.
Sky One.
Sensational.
Sensational! A new sensation.
Sensational. Ay, caramba.
Ah!
Sensational.
sensational.
That's good.
They're a very friendly bunch to be around watching them train here last night, the Bulgarian players. Steven bringing it up, it's out of play. When you think that Levski were once the team of the secret police, when the regime was much more rigid in Bulgaria. A great deal of freedom now, and I must say it shows in the way they conduct themselves. Looking for a bit of attacking freedom now in the footballing sense, and they want to make a change. Take off Grigorash. Hatred. Missed by Markov. Cover was there in the shape of Khrushchev, the sweeper. Left-wing magic from Duncan Ferguson. Robertson. Oh, coming back his way. It ends up as a goal kick. And that will allow Levski to make the change. On will come Georgi Ivanov to replace the Romanian Grigorash.
Substitution for Levski Sofia, up comes Petre Brogiash and number 16, Georgi Ivanov.
Just noticed Walter Smith's come down to the dugout, Martin, and now he's gone back up to take his seat in the stand. It may be that he's decided he's going to make a change as well. Looks to me that little Johnny Morrow's coming, is coming on.
Ivanov bundled over. Just over 20 minutes to go. 2-0 to Rangers. Goals from McPherson and Hately. Svetanov with a teasing ball in there. McPherson made it his.
That's as good a delivery as you'll see tonight. It really was from a set piece.
Hately coming back to help out. Sometimes forwards can be a real nuisance in those areas. Really understanding the basic principles of defending that Mark Hately did rather well. And he's still in his right position when Gary Stevens looks to hit him. Greater physical strength about Rangers in their play than Levski, who have been pretty in their work at times, but not punchy. Durant. Again. Good run from Kremeliev. Duncan Ferguson dealt with him one way or t'other.
And they've got two down.
Rangers concentrating on going forward, or concentrating may be the wrong word. Waiting really for the referee to let the Bulgarian medical party on. Todorov down on the edge of the centre circle.
He's booked Stuart McCall, the referee, Mark. I think what he's indicating is the tackle on Todorov a little bit earlier. Although he let it go and played the advantage, he didn't forget about it, because Stuart McCall has just found himself in the referee's notebook. This is it here, I think, as you'll see, as Todorov takes the ball away. Stuart McCall comes in, catches him on the instep, and it didn't look that vicious, did it?
Well, the game will be restarted with a drop ball. John Morrow waiting for the chance to come on. He is one of the assimilated players here, comes from Northern Ireland, indeed has been in the full international squad, although very rarely recently because of injury in the Rangers squad. He played on Saturday against Partick, which was his first senior appearance for almost 2 years. He's a winger. Stephen, cut off by Slavchev. Dafilov. The replacement for Sidakov, who's been missed tonight. Oh, slipped by McPherson. First thing that's really gone wrong for him tonight. Borimirov hit the shot. And Maxwell kept it out. And kept the shutout going that Rangers so badly want.
Well, he's been a hero most of the night, Dave McPherson, but this slip could really have been costly. He thinks he's got time, just loses his footing. And for the first time tonight, Ali Maxwell's called upon to make a very important save. And when he needs a bit of luck for the ball just to drop to safety, he gets it.
Borimirov is a midfield player with an eye for goal. Durant, neatly improvising. And again. Jeff. Hately. Durant chasing. Rangers will make their substitution. John Morrow comes on. It hasn't been the happiest of nights for Ian Durant. Well, Morrow certainly caught the eye with his display here on Saturday against Partick. Pleased to be back. He very nearly missed the kickoff because he'd been suffering with blistered feet and they were being strapped up as the team went out without him. And when you've been out of the side for almost 2 years, that can be a very worrying moment. And here is Morrow from Ferguson's header.
Well, what an opening that would have been for John Morrow. First touch back in the net. But even from the cross, I think you see here the thing that was worrying Walter Smith about playing both Mark Cately and Duncan Ferguson, both basically getting involved in the same area. But Ferguson obviously gave a good call. And that looks a bad miss from that range, doesn't it? But he's cold, he's only just got on.
And he's not really on to head goals, to be fair to him, but nevertheless, when the chance comes, you hope you take it, and Morrow couldn't do that. Stephen's really given a lot of chance there, even off working back. Yankov. Borimirov wants to shoot again, and the call stopping it the first time. Yankov is there, still Borimirov. Nicely played. Bertanov. Worrying for Rangers here. But on the spot again was McPherson. Morrow keeps it in play, but then finds he has to chase it himself. Markov. Ball. The interception. Stevens picking out Hately. Here's Robertson. Duncan Ferguson to the left. Morrow through the middle. Robertson finding some real acceleration, but not finding a teammate with a pass. Duncan Ferguson covering well. into that left-back slot if required, as Robertson makes his way to the back line. You've got to be with us, surely, on our Super Sunday, this coming Sunday. Manchester United against Arsenal. I need to say really no more than the names of the two clubs. Live from the FA Carling Premiership. Clearance only to Ivanov. Well, no, it's gone in. I would thought for a moment that it had been saved by Maxwell, but Bodimirov, who's looked threatening from midfield, and there's an away goal here to dampen the atmosphere at Ibrox. Maxwell couldn't keep it out. It's 2-1.
Well, this is criminal, it really is, giving a goal away at such a late stage. It's in a very dangerous area. Bodimirov really does climb very well for it. Whether David Robertson could have done a little bit more to make the header more difficult. It's a difficult one for Ali Maxwell to deal with. It bounces about a yard in front of him, and he's unable to push it round the post, but that's a real blow.
2-1, and a major change in the atmosphere here and the balance of power in this tie. If it was to stay like this, of course, then a 1-0 Levski win in Sofia in the second leg would be enough.
It's amazing, man. Just at the time I was just thinking it's a difficult time for Rangers now, because whether to go and look for that third that I felt would have killed them totally, or whether to stay at 2 where they look fairly comfortable.
Stevens. Hately. It's 3. Well, the third goal that's been so elusive for Rangers, even in the European Cup campaign last season. And it's the first time they've got 3 in any competitive match this season. And how they needed it here, and how grateful they are to Mark Hately for supplying it.
Well, it's a great ball in from Gary Stevens. Hately pulls behind his marker. He doesn't really know much about that mark. He's guiding it towards the goal. He's gambling on the goalkeeper being off his line. You see that? It's a most difficult angle. Morgan obliges by being a little off his line. And that's a vital goal for Rangers.
Well, within seconds of absorbing the blow of losing a goal, they've reacted to widen the gap to 2 again. Maxwell has to make a save. Bodimirov has been the one Bulgarian player who has looked to be direct in his work. He's scored the goal. He's troubled Ali Maxwell, particularly in the second half. But Mark Hately is having a bigger say. 10 minutes to go, 3-1.